Hi everyone, my name's Colette and I'm from Get Wild. Today I'd like to introduce you to one of my favourite animals, and that is the red-tailed black cockatoo. Here with me today we have Squawk. He's a little boy, and the reason we can tell that is by the lovely red stripes through the bottom of his tail and his lovely dark glossy black feathers. He also has a darker grey beak. Now the little girls of the same species usually have nice little tiny yellow spots all over them, and their tail isn't usually as red. They also have a lighter coloured beak. Now the boys, when they're young, they look exactly like the females, and as they grow up they lose those spots. Now these guys are pretty much identical to your parrot almost, in that they have the lovely curved beak, and they also have what's called a zygodactyl foot, which means they have two toes that point backwards and two that point forwards. This makes it really easy for them to hold on to their food. Now there is one difference between a parrot and your cockatoo, and that is this lovely movable crest on the top of their head. Now black cockatoos are only found here in Australia, and you'll find them living in the eucalyptus and casuarina woodlands of Australia. Now your casuarina is the Australian pine tree. This is where they find most of their food, so they'll eat things like eucalyptus seeds and nuts, banksia seeds and nuts, berries. They even eat insects and larvae. But they do have one favourite, and that is the nut from the casuarina tree. Now as you can see here, what I'm feeding him is some seed mix, and the favourite thing out of this mix is the sunflower seeds. It's kind of like chocolate for birds. Now these eucalyptus and casuarina woodlands are really important also, because this is where these guys will live and build their nest. So you'll find them up high, nesting high up in the hollows of old eucalyptus trees. Some of these eucalyptus trees are up to 200 years old. Now they only lay a single egg, so they only have a single chick, and it's usually the female that will actually incubate and do all their work. Once the little chick hatches from the little egg, she relies on dad or the male to come and feed them. It's all up to him to make sure that they get enough food. Now the little chick will stay with mum and dad for up to 6 months before they go on their own. Now these guys are they aren't the biggest of the black cockatoos. The biggest is probably the yellowtail. So there's a few different types. There's about 7 types of black cockatoo. Alright, these guys are probably one of the more well known. They are also extremely gentle, and for this reason they are quite popular as pets and becoming more and more popular, although we don't recommend keeping them as pets, as they do need a lot of room, a specialised diet and lots of attention, as they are super intelligent. Now sadly these guys are only one step away from being endangered. All their lovely homes are being destroyed, so their homes are being knocked down so that we can build our own. 100-year-old eucalyptus forests are being destroyed, and this is obviously where they live and build their nest. But not all hope is lost. There are a couple of things that we can do. Now those things include recycling and reducing the use of paper, as well as supporting any laws that support nature itself. Together we can actually save these beautiful birds, and not just them but all Australian species. So thanks very much for joining me and Squawk here. I hope you've enjoyed learning about these beautiful birds, and we hope that we see you next time.